And now we all enjoy a nice loading screen. Everlasting Apex. The race session is at Daytona 2017. Everlasting Apex is 7th. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is 8th. Race start. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings passed Everlasting Apex for P7. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is now P5. Takedown bike is P3. Takedown bike is now P4. L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420 is 5th. L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420 lost P5 to Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings. Domesticated Iron is 3rd. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is 5th. Takedown bike is 4th. Domesticated Iron is 4th. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is 5th. Domesticated Iron is P4. Domesticated Iron passed takedown bike for P3. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is 5th. L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420 is P7. Takedown bike is 4th, 0.2 ahead of Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is 5th, 0.4 behind takedown bike. Takedown bike is 4th, 0.3 ahead of Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is P5, 0.4 ahead of Jack Banana. Jack Banana is P6, 0.4 behind Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings. Takedown bike is 4th, 0.3 behind Domesticated Iron. Takedown bike past Domesticated Iron for P3. Domesticated Iron is 4th, 0.3 ahead of Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is 5th, 0.2 behind Domesticated Iron. Jack Banana is P7 driving a Nissan, 0.3 behind Bobardo from Team Blast. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is P5, 0.2 behind Domesticated Iron. Takedown bike is 4th, 0.1 behind Domesticated Iron. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is 5th battling Bobardo from Team Blast. Bobardo from Team Blast was 2.0 faster last lap. Bobardo from Team Blast is 5th, 0.3 behind Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings. Bobardo from Team Blast was 2.0 faster last lap. Jack Banana is 6th, 0.4 behind Bobardo from Team Blast. Slow Prospect is P12, 0.4 ahead of Boogert 03 from Team NAF Gum Kings. Boogert 03 from Team NAF Gum Kings was 0.7 faster last lap. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is P4, 0.4 behind takedown bike. Takedown bike is third, 0.4 behind Mitchell Wallace 1. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is P4, 0.2 behind Takedown bike. Takedown bike is third driving a Pagani, 0.2 ahead of Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is fourth, 0.3 behind Takedown bike. Takedown bike on lap 3 is P3, 0.2 behind Mitchell Wallace 1. Slow Prospect is P13 driving a Lamborghini, 0.1 ahead of Spectrum Ranger. Takedown bike entering the pits is 5th. Lisbeth 111 is P6, 0.2 behind Jack Banana. Rafael from Team Blast is P12, 0.4 behind Mia Dixon from Team NAF Gum Kings. Jack Banana on lap 4 is P5, 0.4 ahead of Lisbeth 111. Lisbeth 111 on lap 4 is P6, 0.4 behind Jack Banana. Hookard 03 from Team NAF Gum Kings is 8th, 0.4 behind Domestic Canadian. Takedown bike exiting pits. Avalazamax from Team Cito Racing exiting pits. Rusco from Team Piston Heads exiting pits. Spectrum Ranger exiting pits. Hookard 03 from Team NAF Gum Kings past Domestic Canadian for P7 Slow Prospect exiting pits. Lisbeth 111 is 6th. Bot Velocider 14 entering the pits is P31. Bot Eddie Live entering the pits is P33. Lisbeth 111 past Jack Banana for P5. Mitchell Wallace 1 is P3. Bot Fizzards entering the pits is 40th. L1 Chu 1 Dater 1967 from Team 420 is 10, 0.3 ahead of Neotexum from Team NAF Gum Kings. Neotexum from Team NAF Gum Kings is 11, 0.1 behind L1 Chu 1 Dater 1967 from Team 420. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings entering the pits is 5th. Mitchell Wallace 1 is P6. Domestic Canadian entering the pits is P8. Ed Prest from Team 420 entering the pits is P10. Bot Velocider 14 exiting pits. Bot Eddie Live exiting pits. IRFL from Team Blast entering the pits is 11th. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is 8th. Duck Dad from Team Power Slide entering the pits is 16th. Domestic Canadian is 9th. Bot Fizzards exiting pits. Wowseed is P7. Neotexum from Team NAF Gum Kings entering the pits is P21. Trupient Fish entering the pits is 20th. Mitchell Wallace 1 is 15th. Domestic Canadian is P16. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings exiting pits. Mitchell Wallace 1 exiting pits. Domestic Canadian exiting pits. Ed Prest from Team 420 exiting pits. Avalazamax from Team Cito Racing is 19. IRFL from Team Blast exiting pits. Avalazamax from Team Cito Racing past Rusco from Team Piston Heads for 18. Duck Dad from Team Power Slide exiting pits. Avalazamax from Team Cito Racing is now 18. Dudes Mocha Blunt from Team 420 is P12. Neotexum from Team NAF Gum Kings exiting pits. Bot MR Wolf J entering the pits is P28. Bot Nox Exodus entering the pits is P29. Trupient Fish exiting pits. Bot Madisbury entering the pits is 32nd. Propanadar exiting pits. Spectrum Ranger is 21st. Lilville 4 exiting pits. Bobardo from Team Blast entering the pits is 2nd. Bot Ike's Nobodixel entering the pits is 36th. Spectrum Ranger past Domestic Canadian for 20th. Bobardo from Team Blast is P3. Robitokaji is P1. Itrui Vern from Team Cito Racing entering the pits is 11th. Bot Mr Wolf J exiting pits. Itrui Vern from Team Ceto Racing is 11th. Dudes Mokablund from Team 420 entering the pits is P12. Bot Mattisbury exiting pits. Bot Just Shainit is P34. Bot Knox Exodus exiting pits. IR Rafael from Team Blast is 23rd, 0.2 behind Domesticated Iron. Spectrum Ranger entering the pits is 20th. Bot Ike Snowbit Excel exiting pits. Slope Respect entering the pits is 22nd. IR Rafael from Team Blast is now 19th. Bobardo from Team Blast is 15th. Bobardo from Team Blast exiting pits. Wasib is P5, 0.3 behind L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420. Itrui Vern from Team Ceto Racing exiting pits. Lisbeth 111 is 6th, 0.3 ahead of Papas Faster. Dudes Mokablund from Team 420 exiting pits. Robotokaji entering the pits is 1st. Robotokaji is 1st. Avalazamax from Team Ceto Racing exiting pits. Spectrum Ranger exiting pits. Slow Respect exiting pits. Spectrum Ranger on lap 6 is P25, 3.1 ahead of Lildil 4. Boogard 03 from Team NAF Gum Kings entering the pits is 3rd. Boogard 03 from Team NAF Gum Kings is P3. Bot Trash Crash 10 entering the pits is P32. Dudes Mokablund from Team 420 on lap 6 is P22, 0.4 behind Trugian Fish. Wasib entering the pits is P4. Robotokaji exiting pits. Takedown Bike is 13th. L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420 entering the pits is 9th. Everlasting Apex entering the pits is P9. Everlasting Apex is P5. Takedown Bike entering the pits is 13th. Botsuk Sturkat exiting pits. Rusko from Team Piston Heads entering the pits is 15th. Takedown Bike is P15. Rusko from Team Piston Heads is 14th. Bot Just Shainit is P36, 0.7 ahead of Bot Knox Exodus. Bot Just Shainit was 3.2 faster last lap. Boogard 03 from Team NAF Gum Kings exiting pits. Bot Trash Crash 10 exiting pits. Lisbeth 111 exiting pits. Papas Faster is P14. Papas Faster exiting pits. Everlasting Apex exiting pits. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is 5th, 0.5 behind Mitchell Wallace 1. Wasib exiting pits. Rusko from Team Piston Heads exiting pits. Jack Banana entering the pits is P1. Everlasting Apex exiting pits. Jack Banana is P1. Takedown Bike exiting pits. L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420 exiting pits. Domesticated Iron is 11th. Best lap is a 148.533, 2.718 off the fastest lap. Lisbeth 111 on lap 7 is 12, 0.2 behind Domesticated Iron. Domesticated Iron was 11.4 faster last lap. Bobardo from Team Blast is P7, 0.3 behind Ed Crest from Team 420. Jack Banana is 2nd. Best lap is a 147.490, 1.675 off the fastest lap. Jack Banana exiting pits. Bobardo from Team Blast on lap 7 is P7, 0.2 behind Eminson from Team NAF Gum Kings. Bot Velocider 14 entering the pits is 32nd. Bot Eddie Live entering the pits is P33. Floydy 1977 from Team Piston Heads is 7th. Duck Dad from Team Power Slide is P9, 0.1 behind Booker 03 from Team NAF Gum Kings. Floydy 1977 from Team Piston Heads exiting pits. Itrui Vern from Team Ceto Racing is 11th, 0.4 behind Domesticated Iron. Slow Prospect entering the pits is P23. Lisbeth 111 is 12, 0.3 behind Itrui Vern from Team Ceto Racing. Rafael from Team Blast is P7, 0.3 behind Bobardo from Team Blast. Bot Velocider 14 exiting pits. Bot Eddie Live exiting pits. Duck Dad from Team Power Slide is 9, 0.5 behind Hubert 03 from Team NAF Gum Kings. Papa's Faster is P14, 0.2 behind Lisbeth 111. Papa's Faster passed Lisbeth 111 for P13. Ayar Rafael from Team Blast on lap 8 is P6, 0.1 ahead of Bobardo from Team Blast. Bobardo from Team Blast was 1.3 faster last lap. Bot Fizzards exiting pits. Bot Schmerzen Liv entering the pits is 28. Avila Zamax from Team Cito Racing exiting pits. Spectrum Ranger exiting pits. Bookard 03 from Team NAF Gum Kings is P8. Slow Frispect exiting pits. Mitchell Wallace 1 is 3rd. Papa's Faster is P12 driving a Lamborghini, 0.4 behind Itruivern from Team Cito Racing. Neotexum from Team NAF Gum Kings entering the pits is P31. Duff Dad from Team Power Slide entering the pits is 8th. Duff Dad from Team Power Slide is 8th. Domesticanadian entering the pits is P10. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings entering the pits is 14th. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is 14th. Bot Schmerzen Liv exiting pits. Domesticanadian is 11th. Bot Eddie Live is P41, 0.4 behind Bot Gliding Penguin. Mitchell Wallace 1 is P13, 0.8 ahead of Everlasting Apex. Mitchell Wallace 1 exiting pits. Ed Prest from Team 420 is P15, 2.1 ahead of Takedown Bike. Ed Prest from Team 420 exiting pits. Rafael from Team Blast exiting pits. Neotexum from Team NAF Gum Kings exiting pits. Takedown Bike is 16th. Duff Dad from Team Power Slide exiting pits. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings exiting pits. Papa's Faster is P6, 0.3 behind Itruivern from Team Cito Racing. Propanader exiting pits. Truviant Fish exiting pits. Domesticanadian exiting pits. Bot Drulitsko entering the pits is 27. Lildil 4 exiting pits. Papa's Faster passed Itruivern from Team Cito Racing for 5th. Itruivern from Team Cito Racing is P6. Spectrum Ranger is P24, 0.3 behind Domesticanadian. Bot Just Shannon is P37, 0.2 behind Bot Ike Snowbit Excel. Ed Prest from Team 420 on lap 9 is 15, 0.4 behind Mitchell Wallace 1. Bot Zookstercat is 30th, 0.4 behind Bot MR Wolf J. Bot Drulitsko exiting pits. Rusko from Team Piston Heads entering the pits is 11th. Bot Zookstercat passed Bot MR Wolf J for P29. Rusko from Team Piston Heads is 12th. Bot Madisbury entering the pits is P32. Bot Nox Exodus entering the pits is 33rd. Lildil 4 is P25, 0.5 behind Domesticanadian. Everlasting Apex is P12. Best lap is a 150.781, 4.966 off the fastest lap. Bot Ike Snowbit Excel entering the pits is P37. Truviant Fish is P21. Avila Zamax from Team Cito Racing entering the pits is 22nd. Spectrum Ranger entering the pits is P23. Truviant Fish passed Rusko from Team Piston Heads for P19. Bot MR Wolf J exiting pits. Truviant Fish is now P18. Neotexum from Team NAF Gum Kings is P32. Bot Madisbury exiting pits. Bot Nox Exodus exiting pits. Rusko from Team Piston Heads exiting pits. Takedown Bike exiting pits. Ayar Rafael from Team Blast is 14th, 0.5 behind Mitchell Wallace 1. Bobardo from Team Blast entering the pits is 3rd. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads entering the pits is P23. Bobardo from Team Blast is P5. Itui Vern from Team Ceto Racing entering the pits is 6th. Botike Snowbit Excel exiting pits. Spectrum Ranger exiting pits. Itui Vern from Team Ceto Racing is 7th. Abalazamax from Team Ceto Racing exiting pits. Iyer Rafael from Team Blast is 14th. Slow Prospect exiting pits. Bobardo from Team Blast is 9th. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads exiting pits. Dudes Blunt from Team 420 is 14th. Bobardo from Team Blast exiting pits. Itui Vern from Team Ceto Racing is 14th, 1.0 behind Duck Dad from Team Power Slide. Itui Vern from Team Ceto Racing exiting pits. Dudes Blunt from Team 420 exiting pits. Iyer Rafael from Team Blast is 11th. Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads is 27th, 0.5 behind Bot Drlitsko. Bot Maldox exiting pits. Bot Velocider 14 entering the pits is P34. Wowseed is 7th, 0.2 behind Everlasting Apex. Wowseed was 3.1 faster last lap. Bot Just Shanit entering the pits is P38. Mitchell Wallace 1 is 11th, 0.4 behind Iyer Rafael from Team Blast. Takedown Bike is P22, 0.5 behind Lildil 4. Bot Gliding Penguin entering the pits is 40th. Bot Fizzards is P42, 0.4 behind Botek Snowbit Excel. Bot Fizzards was 33.3 faster last lap. Lildil 4 is P22, 0.1 behind Takedown Bike. Bot Velocider 14 exiting pits. Bot Eddie Live exiting pits. Everlasting Apex is P7, 0.2 ahead of Ed Crest from Team 420. Bot Just Shanit exiting pits. Ed Crest from Team 420 on lap 12 is P8, 0.4 behind Everlasting Apex. Robitokaji entering the pits is P1. Everlasting Apex on lap 12 is P7, 0.5 behind Wowseed. Bot Zookstercat entering the pits is P30. Bot Gliding Penguin exiting pits. Robitokaji is first. Bot Eddie Live is P38. Iyer Rafael from Team Blast is P10, 0.3 behind Everlasting Apex. Bot Fizzards exiting pits. Iyer Rafael from Team Blast passed Everlasting Apex for P9. Everlasting Apex is P10. Robitokaji exiting pits. Ed Crest from Team 420 is P8. Best lap is a 147.160, 1.345 off the fastest lap. Bot Zookstercat exiting pits. Rusko from Team Piston Heads is 19th, 0.4 behind Trubian Fish. Hookard 03 from Team NAF Gum Kings entering the pits is 3rd. Abalazamax from Team Ceto Racing entering the pits is P24. Hookard 03 from Team NAF Gum Kings is P3. Bot Trash Crash 10 entering the pits is P36. Bot Mattisbury is P34. Slow Prospect entering the pits is P25. Lisbeth 111 is P3. Mitchell Wallace 1 is 10th, 0.5 ahead of Everlasting Apex. Everlasting Apex was 0.9 faster last lap. Wowseeb entering the pits is P6. Everlasting Apex entering the pits is P8. Iyer Rafael from Team Blast entering the pits is P9. Wowseeb is 5th. Everlasting Apex entering the pits is P12. Botch Smertson Live is P30. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings entering the pits is 16th. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is 16th. Lisbeth 111 exiting pits. Iyer Rafael from Team Blast is 15th. Rusko from Team Piston Heads entering the pits is 18th. Ed Prest from Team 420 is 13th. Domestic Canadian entering the pits is P20. Bot Trash Crash 10 exiting pits. Everlasting Apex is P12. Lildil 4 entering the pits is 22nd. Airafile from Team Blast exiting pits. Papas Faster exiting pits. Avalas Amax from Team Cito Racing exiting pits. Neotexum from Team NAF Gum Kings exiting pits. Mitchell Wallace 1 is 13th. Hilbert 03 from Team NAF Gum Kings exiting pits. Wasif exiting pits. Everlasting Apex exiting pits. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is 14th. Trugiant Fish is P16. Trugiant Fish exiting pits. Propanator exiting pits. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is 14th. Roscoe from Team Piston Heads exiting pits. Lildil 4 exiting pits. Everlasting Apex exiting pits. Takedown Bike exiting pits. Wasif is P11, 0.3 behind Hoogert 03 from Team NAF Gum Kings. Domestic Canadian exiting pits. Propanator is 17, 0.5 behind Trugiant Fish. Bot MR Wolf J is P33, 1.3 behind Bot Maldox. Jack Banana entering the pits is P2. Slow Respect is 30th, 0.5 behind Bot Schmerzen Lid. Slow Respect passed Bot Schmerzen Lid for P29. Neotexum from Team NAF Gum Kings on lap 13 is 27, 0.2 behind Avalazamax from Team Cito Racing. Avalazamax from Team Cito Racing on lap 13 is 27, 0.1 behind Neotexum from Team NAF Gum Kings. Jack Banana is P2. Bot MR Wolf J entering the pits is P33. Jack Banana exiting pits. Lisbeth 111 is 5th. Bot Madisbury entering the pits is 34th. Lap 14 is P12, 0.4 behind Wasif. Wasif was 1.6 faster last lap. Victory Burn from Team Cito Racing is 5th, 0.3 behind Lisbeth 111. L1 Chu 1 Dater 1967 from Team 420 entering the pits is P24. Roscoe from Team Piston Heads is P18, 0.4 behind Trugiant Fish. Domestic Canadian is P23, 0.2 behind Floydie 1977 from Team Piston Heads. Bot Velocider 14 entering the pits is 36. Bot MR Wolf J exiting pits. Bot Derlitzko is 26, 0.2 behind Avalazamax from Team Cito Racing. Bot Derlitzko was 51.4 faster last lap. Bot Madisbury exiting pits. Bot Eddie Live entering the pits is P37. Avalazamax from Team Cito Racing entering the pits is 26th. Bot Derlitzko is now 26th. Bot Nox Exodus exiting pits. Spectrum Ranger entering the pits is P28. Bot Derlitzko passed Avalazamax from Team Cito Racing for 26th. L1 Chu 1 Dater 1967 from Team 420 exiting pits. Slow Respect entering the pits is P29. Roscoe from Team Piston Heads is 17th. Takedown Bike is 21st. Takedown Bike passed Everlasting Apex for 20th. Everlasting Apex is 13, 0.2 behind Mitchell Wallace 1. Bot Velocider 14 exiting pits. Bot Eddie Live exiting pits. Everlasting Apex passed Mitchell Wallace 1 for 12. Mitchell Wallace 1 is P13. Bot Ike Snowbit XL exiting pits. Spectrum Ranger exiting pits. Bobardo from Team Blast entering the pits is P3. Abalazamax from Team Ceto Racing exiting pits. Bobardo from Team Blast is P4. Slow Frispect exiting pits. Itrui Vern from Team Ceto Racing entering the pits is P5. Bot MR Wolf J is 33rd. Best lap is a 2:06.802, 20.987 off the fastest lap. Rusko from Team Piston Heads is 17th, 0.5 behind Propanator. Itrui Vern from Team Ceto Racing on lap 16 is P8. Bot Fizzarts exiting pits. Bobardo from Team Blast is P7. Bobardo from Team Blast exiting pits. Itrui Vern from Team Ceto Racing exiting pits. Rusko from Team Piston Heads is 17th, 0.3 behind Propanator. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings entering the pits is P14. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is P15. Bot Just Shanip is P38 battling Bot Eddie Live. Propanator is 16th, 0.4 behind Rusko from Team Piston Heads. Everlasting Apex is 21st, 0.3 behind Takedown Bike. Takedown Bike was 3.2 faster last lap. Takedown Bike entering the pits is P21. Everlasting Apex is now P20. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings exiting pits. Botex Nobidexcel is 40th. Dudes Mocha Blunt from Team 420 entering the pits is 4th. Dudes Mocha Blunt from Team 420 is P4. Bot Maldox is 31st. Rafael from Team Blast entering the pits is 6th. Rafael from Team Blast is P6. Hugard03 from Team NAF Gum Kings is 10th. Best lap is a 146.924, 1.671 off the fastest lap. Neotexim from Team NAF Gum Kings entering the pits is 24th. Bot Schmerzen Live exiting pits. Ed Prest from Team 420 is P9. Takedown Bike exiting pits. Mitchell Wallace 1 entering the pits is 13th. Mitchell Wallace 1 is P13. Duff Dad from Team Power Slide entering the pits is 14th. Dudes Mocha Blunt from Team 420 exiting pits. Duff Dad from Team Power Slide is P14. Rusko from Team Piston Heads entering the pits is P15. Rusko from Team Piston Heads is 15th. Rafael from Team Blast exiting pits. Wasib is 8th, 0.2 behind Hugard03 from Team NAF Gum Kings. Truviant Fish entering the pits is P17. Mitchell Wallace 1 on lap 17 is P13, 0.7 ahead of Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings. Mitchell Wallace 1 was 13.9 faster last lap. Ed Prest from Team 420 exiting pits. Neotexum from Team NAF Gum Kings exiting pits. Lildil 4 entering the pits is P19. Spectrum Ranger entering the pits is 27th. Rusko from Team Piston Heads is P16. Slow Prospect entering the pits is P29. Mitchell Wallace 1 exiting pits. Duff Dad from Team Power Slide exiting pits. Dudes Mocha Blunt from Team 420 is 10th. Rusko from Team Piston Heads exiting pits. Domesticanadian entering the pits is 22nd. Botsuk Sturkat entering the pits is 30th. Robitokaji is 1st. Propanator exiting pits. Trufiant Fish exiting pits. Bot Drulitsko is 26th. Lildil 4 exiting pits. Botix Nobidexcel is 39th, 0.4 behind Bot Just Shanith. Spectrum Ranger exiting pits. Floydy 1977 from Team Piston Heads exiting pits. Botsuk Sturkat exiting pits. Robitokaji is 1st. Zamax from Team Ceto Racing exiting pits. Slope Respect exiting pits. Dudes Mokablunt from Team 420 is P10. Rovatokaji exiting pits. Domesticanadian exiting pits. Zamax from Team Ceto Racing is 31st, 0.3 behind Botsugstercat. Zamax from Team Ceto Racing passed Botsugstercat for P30. Bot Drulitsko entering the pits is 26th. L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420 is P22. Slope Respect is 33rd, 0.3 behind Bot MR Wolf J. Bot MR Wolf J was 2.8 faster last lap. Slope Respect passed Bot MR Wolf J for 32nd. Lisbeth 111 is 3rd. Bot Velocider 14 entering the pits is P36. Bot Eddie Live entering the pits is P37. Papa's Faster is P4. Bot X Nobit Excel is 38th, 1.0 ahead of Bot Just Shane. Everlasting Apex is 9th, 0.4 behind Wowsy. Bot Drulitsko exiting pits. Lisbeth 111 is 4th. Wasib entering the pits is P9. Lisbeth 111 exiting pits. Hugard 03 from Team NAF Gum Kings is P8. Slope Respect is 30th. Papa's Faster exiting pits. Bot Velocider 14 exiting pits. Bot Eddie Live exiting pits. Bot MR Wolf J entering the pits is P33. Spectrum Ranger is 28th. L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420 is 22nd, 0.2 behind Lil 4. Bot Trash Crash 10 entering the pits is P42. Bot Madisbury entering the pits is 34th. Hoogard 03 from Team NAF Gum Kings is P10. Hoogard 03 from Team NAF Gum Kings exiting pits. Bot Fizzards entering the pits is P41. Everlasting Apex exiting pits. Bot Nox Exodus entering the pits is P35. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is 15. Itrui Vern from Team Ceto Racing is P5. Wasib exiting pits. Bot Maldox is 29th. Bot MR Wolf J exiting pits. Air Rafael from Team Blast is P8, 0.3 behind Dudes Mokablunt from Team 420. Bot Trash Crash 10 exiting pits. L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420 is P22, 0.3 behind Lil 4. Bot Madisbury exiting pits. Mitchell Wallace 1 is 12, 0.4 behind Everlasting Apex. Mitchell Wallace 1 was 30.8 faster last lap. Bot Fizzards exiting pits. Bot Nox Exodus exiting pits. Everlasting Apex exiting pits. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings exiting pits. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is 19th. Spectrum Ranger entering the pits is 27th. Lil 4 is 21st, 0.2 behind L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is 19th. Best lap is a 146.868. 1.615 off the fastest lap. Takedown bike exiting pits. Wasib is P13, 0.5 behind Mitchell Wallace 1. Rusko from Team Piston Heads entering the pits is 15th. Rusko from Team Piston Heads is 15th. Spectrum Ranger exiting pits. Floydy 1977 from Team Piston Heads is P22, 0.3 behind Lil 4. Zamax from Team Ceto Racing exiting pits. Botix Nobit XL exiting pits. Wasib is P13. Rusko from Team Piston Heads is P15 driving a Dodge, 2.2 ahead of Propanator. Bobardo from Team Blast entering the pits is 3rd. Lil 4 is P22, 0.4 behind Floydy 1977 from Team Piston Heads. Rusko from Team Piston Heads exiting pits. Rafael from Team Blast is 8th, 0.2 behind Dids Mokablund from Team 420. Itrui Vern from Team Cito Racing entering the pits is 5th. Itrui Vern from Team Cito Racing is 6th. L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420 is P20, 4.4 ahead of Floydy 1977 from Team Piston Heads. Bobardo from Team Blast is 5th. Jack Banana entering the pits is 2nd. Ed Prest from Team 420 entering the pits is P9. Ed Prest from Team 420 is 9th. Bobardo from Team Blast exiting pits. Neotexim from Team NAF Gum Kings entering the pits is 25th. Jack Banana is 2nd. Duff Dad from Team Power Slide is P14. Duff Dad from Team Power Slide entering the pits is 14th. Itrui Vern from Team Cito Racing exiting pits. Bot Maldox entering the pits is P29. Mitchell Wallace 1 is 13th. Bot Zugstercat is P29, 0.2 ahead of Obilazamax from Team Cito Racing. Rafael from Team Blast exiting pits. Dids Mokablund from Team 420 is 6th driving a Chevrolet, 0.4 behind Bobardo from Team Blast. Propanador entering the pits is P15. Jack Banana is 2nd. Jack Banana exiting pits. Ed Prest from Team 420 exiting pits. Neotexum from Team NAF Gum Kings exiting pits. Truviant Fish entering the pits is P17. Duff Dad from Team Power Slide is P15. Mitchell Wallace 1 exiting pits. Duff Dad from Team Power Slide exiting pits. Bot Maldox exiting pits. Wasib is P10, 1.2 behind Everlasting Apex. Lildil 4 entering the pits is 22nd. Propanador exiting pits. L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420 is 20th. Truviant Fish exiting pits. Domesticanadian entering the pits is P24. Truviant Fish is P21, 0.4 behind L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420. Duff Dad from Team Power Slide is P14, 0.5 behind Mitchell Wallace 1. Bot Velocider 14 entering the pits is P36. Bot Eddie Live entering the pits is 37th. Wasib is 10th. Best lap is a 146.027. 0.774 off the fastest lap. Lildil 4 exiting pits. Mitchell Wallace 1 is P14 driving a Alzen Motorsport, 0.2 behind Duff Dad from Team Power Slide. Bot Just Shanet entering the pits is P38. Domesticanadian exiting pits. Wasib is P10, 0.4 behind Everlasting Apex. Itrui Vern from Team Cito Racing is 8th, 0.4 behind Hoogard 03 from Team NAF Gum Kings. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings entering the pits is 16th. Bot Velocider 14 exiting pits. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is P16. Obilazamax from Team Cito Racing on lap 20 is P29, 0.1 behind Spectrum Ranger. Bot Eddie Live exiting pits. Dids Mokablund from Team 420 is 6th. L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420 entering the pits is P20. Bot Just Shanet exiting pits. Takedown Bike entering the pits is 21st. Everlasting Apex is 9th. Everlasting Apex is now P8. Spectrum Ranger on lap 20 is P29, 0.3 behind Obilazamax from Team Cito Racing. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings exiting pits. Bot Fizzards entering the pits is P41. Dids Mokablund from Team 420 is P10. Spectrum Ranger is P29, 0.3 behind Fotker. Let's go. Dudsmoka Blunt from Team 420 exiting pits. L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420 exiting pits. Takedown Bike exiting pits. L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420 is P21. Botsuk Sturkat entering the pits is P30. Rusko from Team Piston Heads entering the pits is P14. Rusko from Team Piston Heads is 14th. Bot Gliding Penguin exiting pits. Bot Fizzards exiting pits. Lisbeth 111 is 3rd. Ditui Byrne from Team Cedo Racing is 7th, 0.7 ahead of Everlasting Apex. Robitokaji is 1st. Everlasting Apex is P8, 0.2 behind Ditui Byrne from Team Cedo Racing. Bot MR Wolf J entering the pits is P33. Botsuk Sturkat exiting pits. Lisbeth 111 is P5. Lisbeth 111 exiting pits. Rusko from Team Piston Heads exiting pits. Everlasting Apex on lap 23 is 8, 0.3 behind Ditui Byrne from Team Cedo Racing. Robitokaji is 1st. Robitokaji exiting pits. L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420 is 21st, 0.1 ahead of Takedown Bike. Bot Nox Exodus entering the pits is P35. L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420 lost 21st to Takedown Bike. Wasib is P8. Bot MR Wolf J exiting pits. Edcrest from Team 420 on lap 24 is P11, 0.3 behind Dudsmoka Blunt from Team 420. Bot Mattisbury exiting pits. Wasib is 8th, 0.4 behind Ditui Byrne from Team Cedo Racing. Edcrest from Team 420 is P11, 0.4 behind Dudsmoka Blunt from Team 420. Wasib is 8th, 0.2 behind Ditui Byrne from Team Cedo Racing. Wasib was 4.5 faster last lap. Bot Nox Exodus exiting pits. Bot Schmerzen Live entering the pits is P29. Papa's Faster is 4th. Slope Respect entering the pits is 25th. Hugard 03 from Team NAF Gum Kings entering the pits is P6. Hugard 03 from Team NAF Gum Kings is P6. Papa's Faster exiting pits. Wasib is P8. Botsuk Sturkat is 29. Bot Schmerzen Lib exiting pits. Everlasting Apex is P9. Bot Trash Crash 10 is P42. Robitokaji entering the pits is P1. Slope Respect exiting pits. Edcrest from Team 420 is P10. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is 18th. Hugard 03 from Team NAF Gum Kings exiting pits. Wasib exiting pits. Mitchell Wallace 1 is 13th. Bot Trash Crash 10 entering the pits is P42. Neotexim from Team NAF Gum Kings entering the pits is 23rd. Robitokaji exiting pits. Everlasting Apex is P10. Everlasting Apex exiting pits. Propanader entering the pits is 14th. Propanader is 14th. Bobardo from Team Blast entering the pits is P2. Everlasting Apex entering the pits is P15. Mitchell Wallace 1 is 12th. Edcrest from Team 420 exiting pits. Everlasting Apex is P15. Mitchell Wallace 1 exiting pits. Duck Dad from Team Power Slide exiting pits. Lisbeth 111 is second. Trugiant Fish entering the pits is P17. Propan Adder on lap 25 is 15th. Bot Velocider 14 entering the pits is 35th. Itrui Vern from Team Cito Racing entering the pits is 5th. Bobardo from Team Blast is P4. Bot Trash Crash 10 exiting pits. Propan Adder exiting pits. Spectrum Ranger entering the pits is P25. Neotexum from Team NAF Gum Kings exiting pits. Everlasting Apex exiting pits. Bobardo from Team Blast exiting pits. Airafile from Team Blast entering the pits is 38th. Itrui Vern from Team Cito Racing is 6th. Lildil 4 entering the pits is P20. Domestic Canadian entering the pits is 22nd. Trugiant Fish exiting pits. Bot Velocider 14 exiting pits. Itrui Vern from Team Cito Racing exiting pits. Bot Eddie Live exiting pits. Itrui Vern from Team Cito Racing lost 8th to Robotokaji. Rusko from Team Piston Heads is P13 driving a Dodge, 0.3 behind Mitchell Wallace 1. Airafile from Team Blast exiting pits. Duck Dad from Team Power Slide on lap 25 is P14, 0.4 behind Rusko from Team Piston Heads. Rusko from Team Piston Heads entering the pits is 13th. Avalazamax from Team Cito Racing exiting pits. Spectrum Ranger exiting pits. Duff Dad from Team Power Slide past Rusko from Team Piston Heads for 13th. Lildil 4 exiting pits. Rusko from Team Piston Heads is 14th. Takedown Bike exiting pits. Domestic Canadian exiting pits. Bot Fizzards is 38th. Bot Schmerzen Live is P30, 0.4 behind Bot Maldox. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings entering the pits is 16th. Rusko from Team Piston Heads is P15. Bot Fizzards entering the pits is P38. Rusko from Team Piston Heads exiting pits. Bot Schmerzen Live is 30th, 0.4 behind Bot Maldox. Avalazamax from Team Cito Racing is P27, 0.3 behind Spectrum Ranger. Bot Maldox is P30, 0.2 behind Bot Schmerzen Live. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings exiting pits. Trugiant Fish is 19th, 0.1 behind Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings. Iminson from Team NAF Gum Kings was 5.8 faster last lap. Bot Fizzards exiting pits. Itrui Vern from Team Cito Racing is P9. Bot Gerlitzko entering the pits is P27. Airafile from Team Blast is P40, 0.5 behind Bot Fizzards. Bot Fizzards was 568.9 faster last lap. Airafile from Team Blast passed Bot Fizzards for 39. Takedown Bike is P21. Bot Maldox is P30 driving a Volvo, 1.1 behind Bot Schmerzen Live. Bot Gerlitzko exiting pits. Lildil 4 is P21, 0.3 behind Takedown Bike. Woodward 03 from Team NAF Gum Kings is P6. Best lap is a 146.489, 1.236 off the fastest lap. Jack Banana entering the pits is P1. Avalazamax from Team Cito Racing is P26. Jack Banana is P1. Bot Gerlitzko is 27. Best lap is a 205.023, 19.770 off the fastest lap. Bot Eddie Live is 35th, 0.3 behind Bot Velocider 14. Duff Dad from Team Power Slide is P13, 0.3 behind Mitchell Wallace 1. Jack Banana is first. Jack Banana exiting pits. Bot MR Wolf J entering the pits is 31st. Hookard 03 from Team NAF Gum Kings is P6 driving a Chevrolet, 0.4 behind Dudes Mocha Blunt from Team 420. Bot Mattisbury entering the pits is P32. Eminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is P19, 0.2 behind Trugian Fish. Dudes Mocha Blunt from Team 420 is 6th. Best lap is a 147.171, 1.918 off the fastest lap. Eminson from Team NAF Gum Kings on lap 27 is 19, 0.2 behind Trugian Fish. Trugian Fish was 29.1 faster last lap. Bot Knox Exodus entering the pits is 33rd. Dudes Mocha Blunt from Team 420 is 7th. Bot MR Wolf J exiting pits. Takedown bike on lap 27 is P21, 0.4 behind Lildil 4. Bot Mattisbury exiting pits. Ed Crest from Team 420 on lap 28 is 10, 0.5 behind a True Burn from Team Cedo Racing. Ed Crest from Team 420 was 7.9 faster last lap. Bot Zook Sturkat entering the pits is 28th. Dudes Mocha Blunt from Team 420 is P8. Ituri Burn from Team Cedo Racing is 9th, 0.1 behind Ed Crest from Team 420. Bot Knox Exodus exiting pits. Dudes Mocha Blunt from Team 420 exiting pits. Duff Dad from Team Power Slide is 13th, 0.2 behind Mitchell Wallace 1. Mitchell Wallace 1 entering the pits is P13. Duff Dad from Team Power Slide passed Mitchell Wallace 1 for P12. Mitchell Wallace 1 is P13. Bot Velocider 14 entering the pits is 34th. Bot Zook Sturkat exiting pits. Bot Eddie Live entering the pits is P35. Prop Hanader entering the pits is 14th. Neotexim from Team NAF Gum Kings entering the pits is 23rd. Prop Hanader is 14th. Bobardo from Team Blast is P4. Eminson from Team NAF Gum Kings is P19, 0.3 behind Trugian Fish. Mitchell Wallace 1 is 15th. Mitchell Wallace 1 exiting pits. Prop Hanader is 16th. Bot Velocider 14 exiting pits. Bot Eddie Live exiting pits. Prop Hanader exiting pits. Trugian Fish entering the pits is 19th. Takedown bike is P21. Ayar Rafael from Team Blast entering the pits is 37th. Neotexim from Team NAF Gum Kings exiting pits. Takedown bike past Lildil 4 for P20. The leader has just finished the race. Jack Banana finished P1. Bot Knox Exodus. Spectrum Ranger. Lisbeth 111 finished second. Duff Dad from Team Power Slide. Papas Basterer finished third. Bot Smertsen live. Takedown bike. Bot Malbox. Bot Trash Crash 10. Bot Zookstercat. Bobardo from Team Blast finished P4. Domesticated Iron. Rusco from Team Piston Heads. Everlasting Apex. Slow Respect. Hookard 03 from Team NAF Gum Kings finished 5th. Mitchell Wallace 1. Waseed finished P6. Propanado. Robotokaji finished P7. Neotexum from Team NAF Gum Kings. Bot gliding complete. Bot Velocider 14. Eminson from Team NAF Gum Kings. Bot Eddie Live. Ed Prest from Team 420 finished P8. Bot MR Wolf J. Itrui Vern from Team Cito Racing finished P9. Everlasting Apex finished P10. Bot Berlitzko. Dudes Mokablund from Team 420. Bot Mattisbury. Bot Just Shanin. Abalazamax from Team Cito Racing. L121 Dater 1967 from Team 420. Trugian Fish.